Hi guys, this is Ari Sweeney here to talk to you a little bit more about the Hadvarim or Ten Commandments plaque. Today we're going to talk about the commandment not to steal, and so often that's kind of just how we translate it: is you're not supposed to steal things, which pretty close to what I translated this as, at least the first line. I extrapolated a little bit more just to explain it a bit, and so we're not to take what's not ours. And I think we all have kind of this inherent idea of like, well, of course you're not. It's not yours. Don't take it. Because we were all taught that as kids. At least most of us were, depending on your cultural context. It could be, severely punished or just something that's frowned upon. But the idea is like, don't take it if it's not yours. But I wanted to include a little bit more about the why. And so when we look at the original purpose for humanity, we were put in the garden. We were given the opportunity to come to the tree of life, to interact with God, to get all the blessing of the garden for ourselves. We're given all these things as gifts. But then the purpose was to fill the earth with those things. When you look at kind of the cultural context from ancient Near East, there's this idea of trees being like a conduit of blessing from the gods. They would use trees to bring their blessings to the world. A lot of times, like you see, like Egyptian deities and things like that are portrayed in trees, kind of like a hybrid human tree sort of thing, and they're like reaching out of the tree with blessings. And the idea is that they are using the trees to bring the blessing to the world. And so in the Genesis narrative, like God's just like dumping blessings into the garden. It's filled with trees, and we can have whatever we want from all of them except for the one that wouldn't be good. And so we get to receive all these things, but then we're supposed to fill the earth, which I think has the implication of reproduction, like make more people and spread out and fill the earth. But I think a lot of it is make the garden fill the earth, spread the blessing around. And so the invitation of the gospel message is not, well, when you die, then you can have good things if you believe in Jesus and those things. The invitation is like, you can live right now like you're in Eden. Are things going to work out exactly perfectly? Maybe not, because the world's still broken. It hasn't been fully remade yet. But like, go ahead and live like you're in Eden, and God's going to take care of you because that's what He's always planned for His people. So we're invited to experience that world where, even though we might not be rich, we might not have everything that we want. That was never the promise of Eden. The promise was abundant life, abundant good things. And we can know that we have those good things, and we're to distribute those good things. So when we're taking from other people, we're taking things, we're doing the opposite of what we're supposed to. We're supposed to receive from God and hand out rather than take and keep for ourselves. And so it's really kind of this backwards idea of, instead of sharing God's blessings, we're taking God's blessings from others to hoard for ourselves. Shows a lack of faith that we have those blessings, a lack of love, really a lot of problems in there. And it really kind of emulates the idea of Adam and Eve at the tree of knowing good and bad, where they took what they weren't supposed to have. And the reason they weren't supposed to have it was because it wasn't good for them. And so I think that wraps into it too of, you know, if we don't have it, it's because it wasn't something that would have been good for us to have. So us not having isn't a lack; it's a protection sort of deal. So that's what I had for this one. I hope it was a blessing. Thanks, guys.